Thank you, Paul. Well, our next guest has penned a book recounting the life of his grandmother during the early 20s right here in Mississippi. Bernice Johnson is her name, and the memoir is all based on court transcripts and other documents found along the journey of writing. The book is called Reason to Fight, and the author Hiram Johnson is here from California. Tell us about this, Reason to Fight. It is a personal documentation, a journey for you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Certainly.
Initially, my goal was to find out who my paternal grandfather was, but because he was born here in Jackson in 1928, but he was half white, and he never said anything about his dad. So it wasn't until the end of his life that he finally told me he didn't know his father, but that his mother was involved in an incident here in Jackson in 1926 that sent her to prison, Parchman Farm.
And you found all of this. You discovered this through court records and transcripts?
That's correct.
And your search for Bernice Johnson.
Right.
What drove you to this mission to write about the memoir?
Well, I wanted to find out from my dad who his father was, just for personal reasons. And so I contacted the Mississippi Department of Archives and History, and I visited their library here in Jackson, and it was there that I discovered the transcripts. I also discovered the prison registrar record of my grandmother with her name and physical descriptors at Parchman, and also a Jackson Daily News article that depicted the whole incident that occurred that night in Jackson in 1926.
What did you learn? How was she wronged?
Well, I believe after reviewing the documents, I believe any reasonable person would construe that she was acting in self-defense. And I also learned the exact dates of her incarceration, and this would be the second injustice. After she was imprisoned, she was assaulted in prison and became impregnated. And since women prisoners were not eligible for conjugal visits, and the men and the women were separated by miles of acreage there on the in the prison, my only conclusion was that she was assaulted by a white authority figure there at the prison.
Why the title, Reason to Fight?
Well, thank you for mentioning it. The book is available on Amazon and Kindle and CreateSpace.com, and I titled it Reason to Fight because if she hadn't fought that night in 1926 for her family, and then she wouldn't have been imprisoned, she wouldn't have been assaulted, my dad wouldn't have been born, and I wouldn't be here talking to you today.
Fascinating read. All right, we'll look for that. Thank you. On Amazon and Kindle?
Yes, and CreateSpace.com.
Excellent. Okay, thank you for being with us.
You're
Have
welcome.
a safe trip
Thank you for
back to
having me.
home in California. All right.